Welcome back to the channel. This is No Luck Trucking. I'm Matt. We're sitting at our next pickup. It's in Philly, and it was a mess getting in here. Yeah, I did everything I could shy of backing in completely off the street. So I didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna hop out and I'll show you what we're working with. It's like a tiny little building. It's a storefront for like detailing chemicals. It is hazmat. Yeah, it was a pain, but we're in there and the guys are at lunch, so we're not gonna get loaded right away, which is fine. I mean, we're here a little early. Our appointment started at 1. We're here at 12:40, but let me hop out and I'll show you what we're working with. Yeah, so this is what we're working with. Little building, that's the driveway, that's the street. There's a box truck there. Kind of ran all up on this curb, you know, but what are you gonna do? Had to get in there. And then while I was backing up, I noticed that the airlines were hanging a little bit, so I put some zip ties around the spring. So we're locked in. Well, not locked in, we're backed in. Got the wheel chalk. And now we just wait. And we'll see how long it takes to get loaded. And then we have to get down to Florida, all the way down to like Pompano Beach, Florida, by Friday. Update time. So we waited about an hour. It is at 1:30. And we went in there just to make sure we weren't forgot about, because sometimes when you talk to the person and like not the one that's loading you, or like the shipping, receiving people, sometimes you get lost and forgot about. So the guy that's running the storefront took us back to the back where they produce the stuff, and he showed us the guy that's going to be loading us. I went over to talk to him. He's like, "I know you're there." I was like, "Oh, all right, well, I didn't know that you knew we were here, and just want to kind of get some information, like how long is it going to take, you know, the important things," since nobody literally said anything to us. So he said they're still producing the stuff, and he's going to try to get us out of here by 3:30 or 4. Or did he say 4 or 4:30?
3:30 or 4.
Yeah. So we got another 2 hours in the door. I think we're gonna shoot to get to Kinley 95 truck stop tonight. I think we can do it. If Liz naps while I'm driving, I'll drive until I'm tired, and then kind of go from there. And yeah, because there's a bunch of big truck stops over there, so there's almost always a spot that you can find. So if we can make it there, that's less than 400 miles, something like that.
431.
Oh, 431, okay. So it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I can get a majority of those miles down if we get loaded and get out of here, but we're also going to hit Philly traffic at the start of rush hour. Then we have Washington to go around, so traffic's not going to be good. So I don't know, maybe we'll just get going and start popping into places, and just because we have all day tomorrow to get down there, and it's only 1,200 miles total.
Yeah,
So we can do it, but I'd like to get some miles in today. We'll see how it goes. Well, after about 4 hours, we got loaded. It's pretty heavy. We emailed hazmat department, made some changes, put placards on, you know, the whole deal, strapped it. And then we went down here. There's a CAT scale like 6 miles away, but it has rail terminal, and also, so it appears to be a hub group terminal, but they have a CAT scale and some paid parking and stuff like that. So came over here, we scaled it, rescaled it, should be good now. So we're just gonna get down on the get down the road. So it's gonna be about 1 o'clock when we're rolling into Kinley.
At the end of the street,
So
turn
that's
left.
going to be our best bet for parking. Because it's 5:30 now. Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's like midnight, but alright, let me see if I got a checkout here. $30 a day, no drop trailers, no re-entry, no refunds. Okay, it's not too bad. You need a place in Jersey, 30 bucks. It's not bad for secured parking at that. I'd do that. Alright, so let's see. Hey, he's talking to another car over here, and then I guess he's probably going to give us the paper for the scale, and then we're out of here. I don't really need the paper, but he's going to probably give it to us anyways.
Now the one of your tickets printed out. My printer's acting
It's
crazy.
all good, man. We got it on the app.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, they have these weird like speed bumps. They're like I don't even know. It's just like
Turn left on
humps in
State
the
Road. Then
pavement.
take the first left.
Yeah, and then there's one like right out here. I thought a guy was like running over a curb, but then I realized that there's no way. There's so many like little speed bumps in here. You do not want people going faster than like 5 through this parking lot. Which is understandable. I get it, but wow. And here is an unnatural speed bump. All right, so we're making a left out of here, and then another left on to State Road, right? Yes. Street. Okay. So surprisingly, this trailer actually rides pretty decent as well for the little bit of time that we have
Turn left on
driven
State
it. We got
Road.
it up to speed, so I guess we'll see. All right, this is it, right? Or is it?
Yeah.
The next? Yeah.
Yeah, it should be the first light.
Oh, man, yeah, Philly is not where you want to be. I guess this is not. Is this on the Jersey side or is this Philly?
We're still technically on the Pennsylvania.
Okay. This is not exactly where you want to be, like driving through the local roads, but we're outside of the major city, so we are good. We made it over to Kinley 95 last night. We rolled in right around 1 o'clock, maybe a little bit after. We did stop to get fuel, which is the other like half of the parking lot, but we rolled in right around 1 o'clock like we had planned. Man, 95 has got to be the worst stretch of interstate, I believe, to drive the entire way. Well, not the entire way, the majority of the way. I can't think of too many others that suck that bad for such a long distance. Like, you hit so many main cities that we usually try to avoid 95, but you know, unfortunately you can't really avoid it when you're going to certain places. But so we left out of there, we went and got scaled, showed that, and then got on the road, hit all the major cities right around rush hour, maybe a little bit after it, but traffic wasn't too bad. It didn't like add a ton of time on my side. And once the traffic cleared, we were moving at a brisk pace, and then we switched somewhere in Virginia at a rest area. Just found some like off to the side parking inside the rest area, able to like kind of check everything out, All the placards are still there. Everything's good. Tires are still round. Trailer rides surprisingly good. Our next load is a drop and hook though. So we're gonna lose it anyways, but it's better than it shaking your teeth out. But we're gonna get down the road. We have 764 miles to go, and yeah, we'll make it there by tonight maybe, or we might stop a little early and drive it in the morning. Not 100% sure yet, but we'll take you guys with us. Well, after a decent drive this morning, woke up at like 2:30, started driving, had about 5 hours left to go. We're about 30 minutes before 8 when our appointment started. We have looked at the satellite view, so we're gonna go straight past the place, turn and come at it so that it'll be on our left, since it looks like we're gonna have to back in off the street. So I wanted the best chance possible to not miss the entrance and not to hit anything, and to just make life easier for us. So that's what we're gonna do. Barring any like restrictions on that road or anything, it should work out perfectly fine. But it's an industrial area, so it shouldn't be any restrictions. So we'll see what happens. Looking for 17. Okay. So it's on 18th and Power Line?
Yeah, it's on 18th.
So we need to go past it. It's Pardex.
In 1/4 mile, arrive at 1801
Detailing
North Power Line
supplies.
Road on
That's
the right.
18th. Alright. So we're going to go to 17th. Okay. Sweet, sweet. That's going to be fun. Oh yeah, he's going to have to go. Or we'll just use both lanes. Good guy, box truck. Even going in the other lane, we almost clipped the curb. Well, it doesn't help that there's trucks parked on the other side. Dang, it's Shelby F-150? Okay. I see you, Florida. Yep. I'm gonna use all of the lane because it looks narrow. Looks like somebody's already taken out the stop sign over there. It's not gonna be us. A tree, maybe. Oh, that's true, yeah. We're less nimble. Alright, so we're going to the end, turning right. Yeah, it's not here. Yeah. Alright. We almost made it. Alright, go wide on this one as well. Seen just a tiny bit there. Is there already a truck in? No. Okay. That's the next one. Like, come on, guys. You don't even have a big enough lot for one truck. You got two trucks here? Alright, so we're going to go to a little spot. There's like a little parking area next to the building. I'm going to go over there, figure out if they're ready for us, call the deal, and then let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem... Yeah, it looks like crushed rock. I really don't like getting off the pavement onto like mud and dirt and stuff because that's how you get stuck. It's expensive. Alright, so let's go check in. Gotta let Landstar Safety know that we are next to the road, waiting for a delivery though. Alright, we'll pick up when we go to back in. We got a hold of some people. The dock is pretty tight. We are gonna have to back in off the road they're loading one, moving the other. They moved one of the trucks that was like completely in the way, so they understand the trickiness of the backing, and they know we're here. And the lady inside thanked us for being on time, like for doing the bare minimum. I guess that's not an industry standard, but it is for us. We don't show up places late on our own accord. So, I'll probably give the camera to Liz when I go to back up, and she'll probably call me just to kind of spot while I'm backing in and get a different vantage point, and you can see how tricky it is going to be to back into it. But
Okay, so went over the grass a little bit, but got it in there. Like I showed from the other side, it is a little bit crooked, but that floating dock plate should go in fine. But there's just no room in here, just enough room for us to get in here. Wild. When I was looking at it from the satellite view, I was like, I guess they're gonna have to unload this from the street, but made it work.
I just got really, I don't know, I enjoy these compliments the most, when the people that work here at these places that have these like horrific docks are like, man, I've never seen anybody whip it in there like that. It's good job. I said, man, it's not my first day, it's my second day. They taught me a lot yesterday, but I always appreciate that. Makes it sometimes it's stressful, you know, especially knowing, like, we saw this ahead of time. We knew it was going to be bad, but like I always tell Liz, if it's possible, we can do it. If it's not possible, then they have to figure out what to do next, because, you know, if it is possible, we can get it in there. Between the two of us, we got this. Now, their grass and mud over here, that's a casualty of war, but it doesn't look like they get too many 53-foot trailers with sleepers in here, but we got it in there. It's as lined up as it's going to be. They have a floating dock plate, so should be fine. Everything's good. It looks like, I mean, if they needed to raise it up a little bit, I could even add air back into it, but should be good. The guy looked at it, so just gonna roll with it. We'll see how long it takes. We have 6 hours to go up north to the next pickup. So this next one has a lot of deadhead to get to the load, but I mean, that's what you got to do in Florida, is you either take pennies or you deadhead and take some decent money. So we're deadheading up to Rincon, Georgia, where we went. We pulled out for Georgia. Is it Georgia Pacific?
It is.
Okay, yeah. We pulled one of their loads like a month or two ago, and it was a drop and hook, and they were slow loading it. But so we're gonna get up there and do that one. That one paid $4.20 a mile, which was way higher than anything coming out of Florida. So it's worth the deadhead. And we knew coming down to Pompano Beach, like, the rate was really good going in, but you have to understand that you're gonna pretty much traverse most of Florida to get something decent out, and we knew that. So like I said, this whole couple of loads has just been a test of like inefficiency, but I mean, we're still making the right calls and making a lot of money in between. But sometimes it lines up and you fire on all cylinders, you get load after load after load, and you don't have to like deadhead anywhere, and you know, no waste of time. But it doesn't happen all the time.
Ooh, that's also picking up on a Saturday, which was the other tricky thing, because we were coming down here on a
That's
Friday.
true, yeah. So one of the big things that I harp on people that are just getting with Landstar is like, the board's only Monday through Friday typically. Like, yeah, you can find some stuff on the weekends every once in a while, like especially preloaded stuff. But if you come all the way down into Florida, make sure it's not on a Friday. We broke that rule because we understood that we were potentially going to spend the weekend just deadheading up, staying in like Kingsland, Georgia, and waiting for a load on Monday, which was fine. But this agency that does the Georgia Pacific stuff posts at the end of the day. I saw one come through, immediately called on it, and we were like seconds earlier than most of the other calls. We got it, and it picks up on a Saturday. It is preloaded, and it delivers Monday. So not going to get much better than that at $4.20 a mile coming out of South Georgia. Actually, I guess that's more North Georgia, but coming out of Georgia, leaving Florida, let's put it that way. So, you know, like we make these judgment calls because we have a little bit of experience with running the board and how to line the stuff up. But like a new person coming over to Landstar, you definitely want to have your stuff booked by Friday. You don't want to be coming into Florida on a Friday unless you already have something booked after that you can get. But, you know, you got to have enough experience to know when to break the rules. But even then, it doesn't always work out. We are unloaded. It is 10:15, so about 2 hours. But they had to get that other truck out of there. It's all good. We pretty much have the rest of the day. All right, now we got to get out of here without hitting the fence. The tires are in some mud, so it's not the easy. Yep, just push forward. All right, so we'll do this in steps. Pull forward a little bit so I can back up, get out of the mud. There we go. All right, still got to close the doors before we leave, can't forget that. All right,
Turn left on Northwest 18th Street, then take the third right. Turn right at the traffic light.
all right. Stop over here, close the doors,
Turn
and
left
then
on
we're gonna get
Northwest
rolling.
18th Street, then take the third right.
I guess this is going to be the end of the video. Made it over to a rest area about an hour away from Pompano Beach. We're on 95 North, heading up to Kingsland, Georgia. And from there, we will get the trailer fixed or seal it. And then tomorrow get over to our pickup. And that's going to be its own video. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.